Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Jared Poirier, and welcome to my movie review show where I talk about movies. Alright, so I've been looking around YouTube lately, and I've noticed one major problem, and that's the fact that there just aren't enough Thor Ragnarok reviews on YouTube. So on today's show, we're reviewing Thor Ragnarok. So Thor Ragnarok is the latest movie from Marvel, and as a big comic book nerd, I always go and see all of those Marvel movies. Those guys know that they're always going to get my money, and they continue to make great movies, but at this point, I'm not even sure that they have to. I'm not that proud to say it, but every time that they release a movie, Marvel gets my $13. I'm going to tell you guys what I really liked about this movie, then I'm going to go into what wasn't so great about this movie, and at the end, I'm going to give you my final thoughts on Thor Ragnarok. Alright, so the first thing that was good about this movie, I found the set design in this film to be really fantastic. Everything on Asgard and in space looks pretty good, but I was really excited about one aspect of this movie, and that's the planet of Sakaar. Because I had read the entire Planet Hulk comic book series in preparation for this movie, and that thing is like this thick, and I wanted a bit of payoff for all that hard work. And in this movie, I really got it. Everything in Sakaar is so cool, it's so well designed, and they really realized the best aspects of Sakaar from the comics and left kind of the boring, crappy stuff behind. The way that they designed this Gladiator Hulk here and everything that went into that costume design and his weapons and the overall design scheme of the Hulk, that was really awesome. They totally nailed that. And speaking of Sakaar, another thing that I really liked in this movie is the fight between Hulk and Thor. They really built this up quite a bit in some of the trailers. But the way it plays out in the film is actually really cool, and I don't want to spoil anything, but basically there's a lot of back and forth, a lot of trading of who has the upper hand in this contest, and it's just great to see Thor battling the Hulk here. That was a lot of fun. Another thing that I liked in this movie was some of the comedy. I found that Thor is a bit more of a jokier character in this version. He's cracking a lot of one-liners and making fun of a lot of people. And it is pretty accurate to the comics. Thor in the comics is kind of a jokester, and he's always kind of getting drunk, even if the whole universe is at stake. He'll still just get drunk and goof off and make jokes. So yeah, pretty accurate. I also really liked the whole relationship between Thor and Loki in this. These two actors have been playing off each other for a long time, and they really know how to create a lot of natural chemistry between these two characters. So the scenes where it's just Thor and Loki sort of interacting and playing off each other, those are solid scenes. And one more thing I want to mention in the good column, I really liked this new character of Valkyrie. I thought that she was a really well-written and funny character, and I really like how they fit her into this whole Thor world. Alright, that's it for the stuff I liked in this movie. Now it's time to get into the stuff I didn't like. Alright, so the first thing that I want to talk about in this negative part of the review that's all full of negativity, some of the CGI in this movie is not spot on. One glaring example of this, there's a fight pretty early on where Hela battles some members of the army of Asgard. And I hesitate to make this comparison, but this is really what was in my head at this part of the movie. And this whole fight, the CGI that was utilized in it, it really did remind me of that horrible fight against all the Agent Smiths in Matrix Reloaded. And I know that's not nice to say about a movie that it's like Matrix Reloaded. But this scene reminded me of Matrix Reloaded, guys. Another bad thing in this movie, and I'm sorry that it also relates to the character Hela again, but sometimes the way that she walks really reminded me of the Enchantress in Suicide Squad. And I know that's not nice either to compare a movie to Suicide Squad, but that part reminded me of Suicide Squad. Alright guys, so you got the good, you got the bad. Now it's time for my final thoughts on Thor Ragnarok. So overall, I thought that Thor Ragnarok was a really entertaining, really fun Marvel film. I really like how this movie tried to set itself apart from the other Thor movies. There's a lot less of the Asgardy stuff in this movie, and way more of Sakaar and some other new stuff that was actually really good. I also really liked the new character of Valkyrie. I thought that she was a lot of fun and fit into the whole mythos really well. And the last thing that I wanted to leave you guys with is really just a trend of something that I've been seeing in these Marvel movies overall. And that's the fact that I think these movies are becoming increasingly disposable. These movies are fun, and I do have a really good time every time that I go see one, and I do walk out of the theater feeling excited, feeling pumped up. But I feel like the way that these films are being made now, they don't really want you to get that invested in the characters and they just really don't want you to care that much. And I'm really looking forward to some more higher stakes Marvel movies. I think that that's something that they're going to be kind of implementing going forward. And this is maybe just the time to enjoy a bit of some fun movies. But yeah, I really hope that these Marvel movies start getting a little bit more serious and the stakes start getting a little bit higher. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it for my review of Thor Ragnarok. I really had a good time with it. I think that you guys should check it out. Next week I'll be uploading my review of Stranger Things 2. But yeah, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching my channel. I really do love you guys so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and that way I can see you guys next time.